Hey there, guys. So, I want to make a long overdue video today. I want to explain to you guys in video form what has happened to me over the past few years and what's up with my health. I've realized recently that the conversation about my health and the problems surrounding it have taken a much more prominent position in the stream than I want them to. And at the end of the day, I want the stream to be a very fun, lighthearted, awesome environment. And I don't really believe that an environment like that involves placing too much focus on what my IRL health efforts are, even if it is a massive part of my life story. And it is. So let me bring you guys up to speed here. About a little bit over 5 years ago, maybe 6 now, I was in college. I started getting a couple very, very small, like quarter-sized patches of dry skin on my arms. And I had no idea what it was. Didn't really think too much of it until it began spreading and started to spread down my arms. And soon enough, it would essentially be covering most of my body. Started seeing dermatologists, and well, they misdiagnosed and mistreated me. They thought that it was eczema, so we treated it like it was eczema. And over time, the problem just kept on getting worse and worse and worse. Little did I know the antibiotics that they had put me on to try and treat the eczema, and we did a couple rounds of those. It was actually one of the worst things that I could have possibly done. Made my problem way, way worse. So life got hard over those few years where we didn't know what was happening. And then I met a different doctor, someone who, through a series of tests and her own knowledge, taught me about what was going on with me, taught me how I could use food to change it. And my life has been getting a lot better since then. So what it is a candida overgrowth in the intestines, which essentially is just this yeast that is present in all of our systems, right? It's completely natural and normal for it to be there. The problem is when the healthy bacteria in your gut are no longer there, they are no longer present to help control the candida. It is opportunistic and it will start to grow out of control. So now you can imagine why taking those antibiotics from my first dermatologist was such a bad thing for me. It just allowed the candida to grow more and more out of control. And it was just getting worse for years. And I also have been going through leaky gut, which is caused by the candida. It grows these little tendril things out of it that pierce through the lining of the gut, make the pores wider than they should be, and allow toxins and food particles to flow directly into my bloodstream rather than being filtered out by my intestines, which is actually like this sort of redness and irritation that you see going on. That's what it is. It's inflammation caused by those toxins and food particles. So at this point, through strict dietary changes that I have struggled with a lot, admittedly, and supplementation, I have pretty much completely solved the candida portion of the problem. And now I mainly need to seal up the leaky gut. So that has become the majority of my focus, been doing fasts and supplementation. And at some point here, I will be fully healed and I'll be able to return to normal living. Oh, and another thing I wanted to show you guys briefly. It's kind of gross, but I want you guys to know where I was at with my health. And this was me at my absolute worst. Look away if you really don't want to see, but it was pretty bad. Now, I'm not out for sympathy or anything. I just want you guys to like understand my story, understand where we come from. Here was a little while after that. Huge bald spots. Obviously, those have grown back in and we're doing really, really good. So I've come a long, long way. And streaming has been the greatest gift that could have possibly come to me out of that journey. Started streaming simply because I was already playing a lot of games at home where I needed to be to work on my health and my skin stuff, because it's all dietary, extremely strict. I do not know how to function out in the rest of the world. So I started streaming, see what would happen. And it's gone way better than I could have expected. So now I've been given this gift of full-time streaming, and the day will come where I will no longer have these health problems, but I will still have the stream. And I'm very, very excited for that. So yeah, thank you guys for coming by and checking out the video. That's what's happened with my health, and hopefully with this, we can now spend a little bit less time talking about it on the stream, a little bit more time just having a good time. So I'll see you guys on the stream. Peace.